Okay, so let's get started with your first explainer video for the editor behind the Youth Group app. Once you get the link and you've signed in using your username and password, you'll arrive at this page or something very like it. Your youth group name will be along the top here. Let me just get a big cursor if I can. See, that will give you your name up here. And I'm going to run through the basics of using the editor to build your app. For this session, we're going to focus principally on the idea of pages in your app. And if you begin over on this side of the screen, you'll see here the pages menu or the app menu there. So here you see a list of the names of each of the pages in the app. Not all of these pages are actually published in the app at the moment, but this gives you a full list of the pages that you can implement for now. So let me explain first of all that the pages are the basic element that makes up your app, and there are two levels of page involved. There's the primary pages, like here, latest news and info, events and signups. These are single pages that are on the front screen of your app, your high-level menu. And the second level of page, actually you can see here, pause for thought, Reverend Adrian, pause for thought, UCB player, pause for thought, Bible link. So these three pages actually are on a kind of second level menu. And that's two levels of pages, primary menu and secondary level menu. And then there are two types of page. Pages that you edit directly in this content panel here are pages that are effectively web links. And you can see here, add web link page. So that's the two types of page, a web link page or a direct content page. And you can see here, I would say, yes, the latest Spotify playlist. If I click on that, you'll see this panel is empty because it is actually a web page link and just takes people directly to the external link. And if I click edit web page link here, there you can see what happens when you click on that page or that menu in the app. So there you go, two types of page and two levels of page. Okay, so let's look at the order in which the pages appear in this list, because that reflects the order that they appear in the app. At the top here, you can see, if I give you a little bit of a highlight here, you can see latest news and events and info is at the top, and then we have events and signups. Now, what would happen if, and if we have a look at the app live here, this is a tab I have open already. So latest news at the top, events come second. Let's go back to the editor. And if we want, we can move the events and signups, move it up like that. And it's now at the top of the page. And let's look here. And when we refresh the menu, there we go, events and signups is now at the top of the menu. Okay, let's bring it back down. Move down, there it is there. Go back into the app, refresh, and hey presto, there you go. So the order of the pages in this list is reflected in the order in the menu. And that's the same for the secondary order. Here we're looking at pause for thought, Reverend Adrian. And if we look at that pause for thought, and there's Adrian, UCB, and Bible links there. I'll just make that a little bit easier to see. So you might also notice in the menu structure on the app here that menus that finish with 4 dots at the end here have a submenu attached to them. So pause for thought has these 3 links or pages below it, as does small group stuff, has a couple of other pages, ideas, notes, and songbook. And the parent zone also has the 4 dots. Therefore, you've got some sub pages below it. So we'll return to that concept now to let you see how you set up a simple direct page or a page that has some sub pages below it. So over here in your app menu or your page menu, you see at the very top here, we have latest news and info, and it's simply a simple direct content page where you put stuff into the page itself. And if we go all the way to the bottom of the editor here, we can see edit text, and it takes us into the content editing panel here. And up here, you can see you have your WYSIWYG text editor with all the various commands and options. And in the page, we have basic text information here. You can see blah, 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 blah. Equally, you can insert images, as with this image here, and wherever you are on the page, you just go up to your WYSIWYG editor, click on Add Image. You can link it from an image on the web already, or you can pick a file and upload your own image. You can see one that we've done already here. This is the image here, and if we highlight the image and right click on it, you can see image properties, and then you can see where you can set the width. There's the URL for the link and alignment, whether you have it in the left hand side of the page or the right, depending whichever way you want the text to flow. Equally, you can drop in videos from YouTube, and you can drop them in here through this iframe, and there's a series of videos all on that page, along with some text and so forth. So you go all the way to the bottom and then click Save and Publish to App or Abandon Changes. Let's just save and publish to app, and that's how you edit the page already established. But let's just use the menu structure on the left here, and let's go down here to where we have add, rename, delete, move down, and so forth. If we click on add, you begin with giving the page a title. So this is just title of the page here. So you do to begin with, and hey presto, you've now got a page called title of page here, and this is where you can add the content. But to do that, you have to click edit text, and then you're in the page where you can put the basic content of your page, and you associate an icon with the page. So select icon, and this is where you can choose from all of the icons. Let's put arrows bubbles there. It shows you the little icon there. If we chose a different one, there we go. So child, whatever you want to use for your icon for the page in the app. Now you've got your content, you've got your title. All you have to do then is save and publish to app. If you don't save it and publish it to the app, the page will still be there. I can unpublish that. The page will still be there, but it will not be published and will not show in the app. So if we use that to publish it, then I'll take you over to the app, refresh the app, and you'll see there, title of page here. There's the icon. Click on that, and that's all we've written in the content of the page. Go back, and there you go. The page is there and is published. If you unpublish it, it's still here for you to go back to and edit anytime you want, but it's no longer published in the app, and when the app is refreshed, hey presto, it's disappeared. So it's not visible in the app, but it is here for you to continue to edit or work on. So if you're halfway through doing a page, you can simply refrain from publishing it and come back and finish it off some other time. There are other ways of hiding the page from view on the app as well. You can actually go back to the title of the page and click rename to rename it. And if you type in the word hide space percentage space, that will hide the page from the app. Even if there it is there, it's now called hide percentage and the title. Even if you publish it, it will not get shown in the app, as you can see. But if you create a link to the page within the app, it will put it in. So that's a little bit of a trick where you can create pages which don't appear on the menu structure, but they can be pulled in or referenced from within the app without being part of the menu structure. So that's one of the reasons why you might use the hide commandment, or the hide command, hide command or hide command to disappear the page from the app menu. That's your basic how to add a page to the app. Literally click add, give it a title, and go ahead and edit and create your content in this panel. So the other type of page that you may wish to use is one that is actually a link to another page on the web or another resource or piece of content. And it doesn't involve you creating content here at all. It's already external to the app. So to create that kind of web page link, you go down here, and rather than this add button, you use the add web page link. Now, just a little note, you already need to have the link established in your memory, computer memory, ready for the Control V, because once you press this and give it a name, let's call this JK Cal, click OK, it's going to bring up this panel to ask for the link. And if you're not able to type it in or paste it in there, you'll miss it if you go off this page now. So I've got one already set up there, and that's a link to my calendar. Click on OK, and hey presto, we've now got JK Cal just here, a page called JK Cal, and it's really just a link to my calendar. But I'll show you something here now. I haven't selected an icon for JK Cal. The page here is empty. Of course it is, because it's only a web page link behind that. This won't have anything, but it's not got an icon associated with it either. So let's go back to the app, refresh it, and you'll see what happens when there's no icon. There's JK Cal, but it hasn't got an icon, so it looks a bit naff with everything else having an icon and a title, and this one without an icon. If you do click on it, you'll see that it will immediately call up the web page link. There's my calendar, and then to go back into the app directly, you just hit the go back button on your phone or tablet or wherever it is. So if I put an icon there, any old icon will do for now, and go back to the app and refresh, you'll see the icon next to look reasonable. All these icons are the same size, 64 pixels by 64 pixels. Now the JK Cal isn't needed for anything, so I can actually safely delete it. And there we go. Just click on down here, click delete. It checks it's absolutely what you want to do, JK Cal, and there we go. The page is now deleted. So that's how you create your two types of page. Add for a straightforward page where you create the content, or add web page link for the other type of page or link. That will probably do us for now, other than to show you that the secondary level pages, when you're creating something that's going to have a secondary level page, you can see here that this is called parent zone space percentage permission forms, and that's the name of this page, which means the top level menu will present as parent zone. So if I go to rename that, you can see here, the permission forms is the name of the submenu or the subpage, and the primary page or menu will present as parent zone. And in between the two is space, percentage space. And that's all you need to do to create a subpage or submenu. Put the name that you want to appear at the top first, then a space, then percentage, then space, and then the actual name. So in parent zone permission forms, policies, or contact details, let's create another part of that and simply say add. And it's already coming up because I was over here on that area of the menu. It's already come up with parent zone space percentage, and then just put special outing. Special outing. There we go. And we've now got a page called special outing. It's blank. If we edit text, this is where the details of the special outing will go. Don't forget to give it an icon, otherwise it'll look a wee bit naff. So let's give it a little right arrow and then publish to app. Publish to app. Go to the app, refresh the app, go down to the parent zone, and hey presto, permission forms, special outing policies, special outing, and there we go. This is where the details of special outing are. Couldn't be more simple. So that's a reasonable sort of overview of pages just to get you started.